My name is Jamison, and I started coming to this church about 25 years ago. I was raised Catholic. I went to a Catholic school until 10th grade, and for 11th and 12th grade I went to public school. I worked in retail for about 18 years, and the company I worked for closed, and so I decided I needed to come up with a new career. So I was actually going to be a social worker, because that's what my brother is, and then I started taking courses for that, and I found that I didn't like it very much. So I actually went into teaching because it's a profession where you could have nights and weekends off. I got a job teaching where my children went to elementary school, and I taught there for 18 years. And for the last 7 years, I've been working for a charter school called Chime in Woodland Hills, and it's an inclusive school. That means that children that have mild to moderate to significant disabilities are included in the regular classroom. Well, actually, the very first time I stepped into this church, my family was with me. I'm married and I have 2 kids, and at the time my children were 6 years old and 1 year old. And what I remember most about this church is the welcoming community, that you felt comfortable the minute you walked into the door. Everybody was warm and accepting and, got you involved, and it was a place that you felt like you wanted to come back to. A few years after I was here, the youth leader left, and she was the one that used to do the children's sermons. So Roger had asked me if I would do children's sermons once a month at that time, until they got a replacement, and I think that's been about 15 years ago. And I'm now doing them twice a month. And I love the kids. That's the biggest part of, my ministry is with children. And some of the kids that I've been with here were babies when I started. In fact, some of them, are getting married, are graduating from school. In all of our youth group I had in Sunday school at one time. There's some places where you can go where you can be yourself and you can walk around and feel comfortable. And I think that part of my struggle when I got here was that everybody is very, hands-on, huggy, and that's not the way that I was raised. But now it feels really natural when the pastor says, get up and greet everybody. That's, the part of the service that I really enjoy, because you get to connect with everybody on a more personal level. I can't imagine not getting up on Sunday morning and not going to church. And when I don't come, I feel like I'm missing something. This church is it's such a giving church. Anytime anybody needs anything or asks for anything, everybody, comes together. And that for me is really important. Everybody in this church takes care of each other.